feeling that most of you always knew what you wanted to do. Me, I didn't. I was just a kid for a while. Oh, and then one day, well, my father had this fabulous library in the back of the house. I was about 11, I guess, and I found this medical textbook. And it had pictures of the male and female anatomy in it. I thought that was really interesting. I used to read that book a lot.
Were you interested in medicine, or were you just into the pictures?
Down the block, sure enough, acute appendicitis. They rushed me right to the hospital. Well, I figured this book would cover everything the rest of my life. And then when I was 13, I had my first, wet dream. I went right back to the book. Milky discharge, milky discharge, milky discharge, milky discharge. Gonorrhea! I was in shock! I mean, gonorrhea! Before it even started, I was terrified. I couldn't even tell my mother that I had gonorrhea. So the book said to drink a lot of water.
Is that all the book said?
Oh, well, no, it said to take penicillin, strepto something or other. But I couldn't do anything about that unless I told somebody. So all I could do was drink the water, and I drank like 20 glasses a day for 3 weeks. I almost drowned. Finally, I went to confession, and I told the priest there about my gonorrhea. Well, he was in shock too.
Who have you been with, my son?
Nobody. Nobody!
Then how can you have gonorrhea?
So I told him about the book's diagnosis for milky discharge, and he set me straight. It's the only time the church ever helped me out. Well, I was...
4'10", 4'10". That's the story of my life. I remember when everybody was my size. And boy, was that great. But then everybody else started moving on up, and here I was, just stopped at 4'10". 4'10"? Oh, but I kept hoping and praying. I used to hang from the parallel bar by the hour, hoping I'd stretch just an inch more. But because I was into dancing then, and I was good, and I wanted so much to grow up to be a prima ballerina. Oh, and then I went out for cheerleader. And they told me, no dice. You'll get lost on the football field. The pom-poms are bigger than you. I spent my whole childhood waiting to grow. Tits! When am I gonna grow tits?
Secret, my whole life was a secret. One little fart, and they call you stinky for 3 years. Yeah!
Goodbye 12, goodbye 13, hello, all the way, my God, all the way. Oh, down below, up above, la la la.
I'll show you mine.
La la.
You show me yours.
La la. Seeing Daddy naked. Time to roll, time to go. La la la. Doing it.
I'm gonna be a movie star.
But you see, the only thing about me that grew was my desire. I was never gonna be Marietal chief. I was just this peanut on point. That was my whole trip. My size. God, it still is. My last show, I was 32 and I played a 14-year-old brat.
Aha. I thought you said you were 21.
So I got caught. But I don't look it, and I shouldn't knock it, because I've always been able to work. From the time I was 5 in summer stock, up till now I've never stopped. Cause whatever I am so
excited because I was gonna go to the High School of Performing Arts. I mean, I was just dying to be a serious actress. Anyway, it's the first day of class and we're all in the auditorium and the teacher, Mr. Carp. Oh, Mr. Carp. Anyway, he set us all up on stage, one right behind the other with our legs wrapped around each other. And he says, all right, now we're going to do improvisations. Now, they're on a bobsled, and it's snowing, and it's cold. Okay? Go! He comes up to me and says, okay, Morales, what did you feel? And I said, nothing, I'm feeling nothing. And Carp said nothing, could get a girl transferred. They all felt something, but I felt nothing, except the feeling that this bullshit was absurd. But I thought, hey, you know, it's only the first week. Maybe it's genetic. We don't have bobsleds in San Juan. Second week, more advanced. We had to be a table, be a sports car, ice cream cone. Mr. Carp, he would say, everyone except Morales. Try Morales. All along. So I dug right down to the bottom of my soul to see what an ice cream felt. I dug right down to the bottom of my soul and I tried to bear. The kids yelled, nothing, and called me nothing. And Carp allowed it, which really makes me mad. They were so helpful. They called me hopeless until I really didn't know where else to turn. And Carp was always saying, Morales, I think you should transfer to Girls High. You'll never be a serious actress. Never! Jesus Christ. Went to church, praying Santa Maria, send me guidance, send me guidance. On my knees. Went to church, praying Santa Maria, let me feel it, let me feel it. Then a voice from down in the bottom of my soul came up to the top of my head. And the voice from down in the bottom of my soul, hear this what? It said, this man is nothing. This Carp is nothing. If you want something, go find a better friend. And when you find one, you'll be an actress. And I assure you that it's just what came to pass. 6 months later, I learned that Carp had died.
about my age so I could join AGVA. You know, the nightclub union where I could make $60 a week working these strip joints outside of Kansas City. I worked this one club for about 8 weeks straight, and I really became friendly with a stripper. Her name was Lola Latours, and her dynamic twin 44s. Well, she really took to me. I mean, we didn't share the only dressing room, and she did a lot of dressing. Anyway, she used to come and pick me up and drive me to work nights. Well, the neighbors would all be hanging outside of their windows, and she'd drive up in her big pink Cadillac convertible. Tripping out of the house in my little tuxedo with my ashes. Top down the block, flaming out of hair just like 13. Hello, love.
I paid for all those lessons. Dance for grandma, dance for grandma. We're gonna see you on the beach real sexy. On the way out, Steve McQueen in. And go to the party. Until you finish your homework.
Watch the car. I'm picking your nose.
If Troy Donahue could be a movie star, then I could be a movie star.
Guys on the block saw Lola. Well, they all wanted to know what the story was. So I told them about this big, hot romance we were having. But actually, she was going with this.
Little brat. That's what my sister was. A little brat. And that's why I shaved her head. I'm glad I shaved her head. But then my father lost his job, so we had to leave El Paso when we wound up in St. Louis, Missouri. Well, it was the furthest thing from my mind to be a dancer, but my mother would embarrass me. So when she'd come to pick me up from school with all those great big yellow rollers in her hair, no matter how much I begged her, she'd say, "Well, what are you, ashamed of your own mother?" But the thing that made my daddy laugh so much was when I used to jump and dance around the living room. Please take this message to mother from me.
I could take Mom to Roseland. She'd come home with her shoes in her hand.
Wherever I go, you're Maggie.
I'm Jesus. Your father went through life with an open fly.
Mother, oh, where are my tits? Dear mother, my St. Louis people got there because they're special. You're
You
Maggie.
take out to your father's side of the family, the ugly side.
Wait until your father gets home.
Swear to God and hope to die.
And it was the first time I'd ever seen a dead body. But then when I was 15, the most terrible thing happened. The 10 Mag Amateur Hour held auditions in St. Louis, and I didn't hear about it till after they'd gone, and I nearly killed myself. I tried to lock it from a speeding streetcar, and I remember noticing boys for the first time. Anyway, I do remember practicing kissing with Leslie. Well, she was my best girlfriend. Did any of you ever practice kissing with another girl so that when the time came you knew how to? No? Oh my god. Jimmy, did you, girl? Yeah, but just a couple of times.
Oh, count me in.
Thank God. Anyway, I do remember.
The worst thing in school was every time the teacher called on me. I'd be hard. Really. And I'd have to lean up against the desk like this. And the teacher would say, "Stand up straight." I can't. I'm gonna pain in my side. Stand up straight. We're walking down the hall. You have to walk like this. With all your books stacked up in front of you.
I thought it was me. I thought I was a sex maniac.
You are.
I did too. I mean, what go down for about 3 years.
And the bus was the worst. I would just look at a bus and bingo. And there was a time I was making out in the back seat with Sally Petty. We were necking and I was feeling her boobs and feeling her boobs. And after about an hour, she says, "Oh, don't you want to feel anything else?" And I suddenly thought to myself, no, I don't.
Did that come as a surprise to you?
Well, I mean, I guess, yeah. It was probably the first time that I realized I was the homosexual. And I got so depressed because I thought being gay meant being an outcast all the rest of my life. A bum. And I said, "Gee, I'll never get to wear nice clothes." Oh, and I was really into clothes. I had this pair of powder blue and pink kindergarten teacher, and I thought, shit!
Shit, Richie! Shit, Richie!